Hello, YouTube. I am Jane Bellante. Welcome to Mixed Media Monday for today. So if you tried to come live with me before for my Motivation Monday, it was a hot mess. So I'm so sorry about that. Technology can be very crazy sometimes. You think it's working and it's not. So I actually decided that I just wanted to come live this morning and hang out. And I was in my studio the other day and I found this little tin, and it used to hold these Cavallini cards. They're so cute. Let's see if I can kind of get it closer. Wait, hold on. Which way is the camera? So I kind of want to make this into a book. And let me just take it. It was holding, so it's odd. I found it in, I don't know, one of the stash places I have in my studio, and I was like, oh, this is cool. This would make a cool book. And then when I opened it, I had stashed like all these little bits and pieces inside of it. So maybe I'll put these in here and maybe I won't, but I have some cool stuff in here that I forgot I had. Like this is just the letter C and it's a sticker. I kind of love throwing, well, you'll have to visualize it without the blue behind it, but I love putting these in collage pieces, just like they're just really neat visual elements. So anyways, I was kind of laughing at some of the stuff I had in here. And this is it's kind of stuck. It's a transparency. See this little gal? See if I can put it this way. You might be able to see it. There's the top of my head. So it's a transparency that's stuck onto this vintage piece of wallpaper. And so maybe I'll stick it right here so you can see it a little bit better. I don't know. I just think that's super interesting. And sometimes when I have like mistakes like this, I use it. And I roll with it. So those are the scraps that were inside of there. And you can see that I have used the inside of this as a palette before, which is hilarious because I tend to use just whatever it is that I have. So the other night in my Limitless Creators Laboratory, we had a paper making night and we used our jelly plates. And during my tutorial, this is one of the prints that I made. And then this is the ghost of that print. And so I'm like dying over how much I love these. So I think I'm going to use them. And I'm not even exactly sure how. So you know what? I just put it. Let me grab this. What did I just do with it? Sorry, avalanche. I have this, I think it's a Dina Wakley journal, or is it Diane Reevely? It's Diane Reevely. And I've used it as a journal, you know, for messing around. Forgot about that one. I love that. And anyways, I will also rip some of the paper out of here because I really love this paper. And I wish that they sold it on its own, just in like a pack of mixed media paper. That one's gonna have to be a collage now. Probably need two anyways. So what I want to do is, I'm not exactly sure how to make this into a book. And that's kind of the fun part for me, is I will just play around and see what I can make. So I love using this mixed media paper because it is, it's a nice thick paper. It takes all kinds of mediums and it's a really good place just to get started. So I don't want to use these pieces on the inside because it's really kind of covering up, like it will, you know, it'll only be like that much. So, which I like. Anyways, I'm not going to go through that thought process just yet. Confuse you completely, right? So when I tell you that it is okay just to mess around and find out, that's what you should do. Okay, I have no idea how I'm going to make this into a book, but I want to make it into a book. So that's what I'm going to do. So I do see that some people are here. I sure would love it if you said hello. It's really nice to create with friends. So I am so glad you're here. I am really just making my YouTube an intentional place for me to be this year. And honestly, it just gives me a reason to create. So if you are here, please say hello. Okay, see how I did that? I just like that was very rude and crude. So let me just smash this part into here. I just want to make sure it gets the true edge here. And I might trim a little off. Do I have a cutter? I do. My lines are probably off, and that's okay. What I want to do now is just cover the insides of these because I got to get started. And I can sit and look at this, and this is sort of like the empty white space, right? You don't know when and where to get started. So I am not seeing comments, and my phone is up here. So if you're commenting and I can't see them, I'm sorry. I will respond and say hello to you later. Let's see how that fits. That fits pretty good. I do think I'm going to get my little corner cutter so I can make the corner. And then I'm going to make this side the same size. So again, I will kind of just, I'm kind of just rudely measuring this. If you're a measurer, you know, go ahead and measure all this out. I'm not. I like to take these shortcuts because it's easier for me. So I'm just cutting this out. If you're here and you haven't said hello, please do. That would make my whole day. And if you are saying hi, I can't see it. So slide this just a touch. Okay. Hello. Okay. Probably. So I have this little corner cutter. Oh. That one was real clunky. There we go. Oh, that one cut like that. A little better. Doesn't matter. I'm really just going to be putting collage on top of it anyways. I just want to cover it up. So I think I'm going to use a soft gel to put this on because I have used this as a palette. There's texture inside of this. So I think I'm going to grab my soft gel. Let me see what I want to use to put it on. I'm really hard on my brushes, so do I have water? Okay, I'm going to use a nice flat brush. I've ruined so many brushes not washing them off right away. And if you are here watching the replay, I appreciate it. I really didn't tell anybody I was doing this. I just came on. So an unusual event. Okay, so I've got that with soft gel, and I'm just going to take, this is just a transfer stick. If you have a bone folder, something hard, and I'm going to just press it down into the soft gel. And then it's taking any clumps of soft gel that there might be. it got all over the stick a little bit and kind of pushing it out. There's texture underneath there anyways, so if your soft gel dries in a lump and you're going on top of texture, it'll be okay. This one is really, really lumpy. So I know if you are an avid Pinterest viewer, shall we say, that you've probably seen the little books and shadow boxes made from like the Altoid tins. So this is like just a similar idea. This is how I get myself all full of soft gel and have like glue hands for the rest of the day. So I don't know if StreamYard is working with comments. If someone's here, can you do a comment and I'll see if it pops up. Just say hi. That would be amazing. I had so many issues going live this morning. This the other way. Why isn't this fitting? There we go. Just kind of had to smash that in. And again, so there's tons of texture underneath this. So you see, like I'm actually making like a rubbing from the texture. So that could be cool too. All right, so now I have a better surface to work on. And I think I'm going to have the book just be on this side. I could make it accordion that when you open it, it would come out. Let me think. My brain is like working through how I can do this. So you don't have to be conventional, right? It doesn't have to be a conventional book. If you want to make a book out of something, you kind of just mess around to see how you can make it happen. Now, in my defense, I have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books. So it is easier for me now, but you know how it got to be that easy? Because I have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books. So you get more confident as you go, and as you try, and as you make mistakes, because the mistakes are what help you learn. Okay, so I have this. Trying to think how I want this to happen. If you open it up, be a page, and then you can flip it. I feel like it needs to go over this. So let me just use this as like a little, here's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, is having a little tab like here. So let me just bend this. This is not going to be it. I'm just using this as an idea. Like, could it bend like that? It could. It could. It could. It really could. And then so I would probably have it zigzag after that. I probably want it to be a little bit bigger. The size is actually kind of cute. So this is how I do it. I really just mess around and figure it out. And, you know, I'm sure there's so many different ways that I could execute this, but if you go into whatever you're making, as, you know, or with the idea that you're solving a problem, and I literally learned that from a fine art teacher when I was in my early 20s. And she would definitely say, like, all right, we are solving this problem, right? And so it does make it easier. And also, too, when you're solving a problem, you know, when you go into your art with that in mind, it takes the pressure off of you to have to be perfect. So I kind of am liking this size. And I know that this is all like rudimentary, but I mean, I could just cut this in half and then I could glue together the strips to make the book. So I'm going to get that out of the way. So if you're here, I sure would love it if you said hi. I can't see the comments for some reason. So if you're saying hi, or maybe nobody's commented, that could be a thing too. This is brand new. I am doing this for the first time, not going live for the first time, but this Mixed Media Monday thing, I just think is an opportunity for me to play and hang out with other people that want to play too. So I'm just going to measure out some strips and I'm going to start, I'm just going to cut this part off because it is ripped. I'm going to start just gluing all these together. And there's so many different ways that I could do that. I could use washi tape and glue to put it together. And I'm not really even going to measure it right now. This needs a touch trimmed off. I'm going to do that on the curved side. So see how I measure? I just eye it. I'm just eyeing it. That's all. So I kind of already have this planned out and I might make it look a little bit nicer, you know, but it's already ready to go here. So, I mean, I could just use that as the tab to put it together. And you can decide how long you want your book to be. So my pages are going to be about this big. What I'll do is glue this on. Do you think it would be easier for you to see if I turned my camera off and I had the camera down further towards the project? Let me know. I can do that too. So I'm just making sure this is really glued on. I'm using this Yoo-Hoo. After the live, I'll link some of the products I use. Because truly, I never know what I'm going to do or use. So it's hard to link them to begin with because I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm just folding that to here. So it's this inner bend. Where's my thing? To make sure that the page fits. So I'm actually just going to use this transfer stick to really, really fold this down. And it actually kind of folded wonky, so I'm going to hold it really tight right there and just re-smash it. I'm going to re-smash it down. I'm going to need probably 1 or 2 more pieces of paper, but we'll see. Let me glue this one on first. And I actually don't mind that there's like the fringy stuff. I'm going to just pull a little tiny bit of it off so I can glue, but I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to do it at the top. I do think using a bone folder or, you know, a straight edge of some kind is really important. This is just a transfer stick. It is important to really get your edges glued together. Just going to wipe off a little of the glue on the bottom so that it's not super sticky. And again, I'm just folding it. So this is just like accordion style. Or concertina, if you will. Trying to smash the little edge down here. Okay, that is going to do it. It's going to pull out. Seeing that? That's fun. So I think I'm going to stop it here and let this be the end. This allows me to do both sides of the pages, which is really fun. So this will just be like a work in progress. I will make a lot of books and just, you know, they're all different styles and all different kinds. And I just let myself create in them when I feel called to create in them. All right, so this piece is a little short of the end. I'm going to get this really aligned in here. So what I can do is to lengthen that, I could put a piece of fiber on there, which I think could be cute because that's where you would pull, you know, so when you open this up and you go, oh my gosh, there's a book inside, and you go, oh my God, I want to read it. So you can go like this, pull it out with maybe a piece of fiber. I have to hold it because obviously it's not in yet. Oh, that's so adorable. I'm loving this. So what I want to do is I'm going to glue these parts, these 3 parts in. And then I can start doing a collage maybe on the inside cover. Maybe figure out what I'm going to put on this before I go today. So I think that the Yoo-hoo is going to do it, but I'm going to put it on both sides of the paper. So I'm going to put some on here. I'm just going to push it in there for a second so it shows me where I'm putting it with a glue mark. So I have glue on top of glue, which should grip a whole lot faster than glue sitting on top of paper. I almost feel like this part needs to be loose in order for it to. Let's just see. It's going to need to be rather tight. Okay, this is so fun. Kind of want that to be just this little edge to be down. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to do this baby edge. I'm going to put some. This probably will not be the key, but I'm going to try it first because it definitely is the easiest way. A little brush here. kind of just shoving the glue onto that. Here, let me do this. Let me take me off of here. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. So I put the glue on the back of the paper, and then I put it on the metal in here as well. And I'm going to pinch that pretty tight. So I am not seeing comments. If you're commenting, if you're not, then you're just not commenting. But I really would like to know if you can still hear me. Just wiping off some excess glue. I think that is going to do it, and that is super fun. Okay, so this is so fun. The good thing is that I have lots of places on this paper that I can use to collage in. So let me cut this. I always laugh about all the little shortcuts we all take with our language. Proper grammar over here. Lemmy. I notice I say I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. How do you spell that? I-N-A. Love it. Okay, so I love this paper so much. It is giving me life right now. This paper gives me life. So I'm particularly loving this area up here. So I'm just going to audition it. You know, I'm looking in here. It actually might be easier for me to measure on this side because there's not a piece of paper sitting on it. Oh, you little stinker. You're not supposed to come off. I'm rushing it. That's what I'm doing. I have an idea. Look at the light over my head. I want to see if I can figure out how to make myself like really small in the corner. I'm hoping that I can. No, it won't let me. All right, I'm going to go back to this because I don't even know if you can hear me. And you can still get a bird's eye view. Oh, I'm loving this. All right, so I'm just going to cut it here. I might not even have to collage in here, but let's see. I want to get kind of a clear idea of where I'm cutting. So I'm just going to tear it a touch. So if you are here, please do me the honor of saying hello. My name is Jane Bellante. If you've never met me before, I have been around for years. I just have not been on YouTube in quite a long time. And so I feel like I'm back. And that's a good thing. I'm going to have to put a clip on this and pinch it. But I did not cut it straight. Classic Jane Bellante, never cutting anything straight, but that will force me to turn this into more of a collage. All right, I'm actually going to take a clip and I'm going to clip it on here. I probably should get two. I'll grab the other one after I'm done. But I'm going to need to let that dry. And I may need to refold my folds now that that is really tight to that. I have a little bit of a gap here. So before I even go like decorating these, I'm probably going to have to force them to refold, which will be interesting. But it's okay. It's all part of the messing around and finding out, right? Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving this. And it is a touch too long, so I'm just going to pinch it in there. Cut it quick. And I am going to do the corners. I love this corner punch. There's like 3 different sizes. I'll put a link to it in the comments when I'm done, when I'm not live. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a gap here, and I do want to cover up that. So I can force myself, like I have stuff all over the studio. I can force myself to get up and find something, or I can look around and see what I have in my immediate vicinity, and I can use that instead. I don't really want to cover that up. I really am loving this paper, so maybe I'll just throw this under. Cutie. Okay. Until I've been hanging out with my daughter. She's 21. She's got all the lingo. All the lingo that a 21-year-old has. Fun. Move this clippy for a moment. It says ledger on it. That's kind of fun. It's going to be backwards, and no one's going to be able to see it, but it is kind of fun. Straight edge, let's press that all the way down. Okay, so the gap is filled, and it's cute. Like, there's tiny little gap there, tiny little gap there. I think I'm good with those. I can always go and put some like washi on it or something if I'm not liking how it looks. Just getting these little edges down. This is so pretty. I love this paper. So if you're just joining me or popping in, I actually made this in my membership group. The other night we had a gel printing party and I showed them how to make this, and I'm loving this paper so much. I feel like there's not quite enough glue right there. Let me see. So I'm kind of pressing the excess glue to the outer edge. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue on this too, because I think I missed that part. Just make sure, we want to make sure this is going to stay, because it is a book of some kind. This is really making me smile. I really love it. I do feel like I'm going to have to refold these, so that's going to be interesting. Let's see if we can figure that out together. I'm going to use this clip. So I'm forcing it way into the edge. I don't have like a thinner, well, I guess it wouldn't be a knife. Actually, I'm not minding this. A metal ruler would be really good for this, but I just want to try to refold this so that it fits properly. Is that going to do it? I feel like that in itself did it. Okay, that did it. Yay. Okay, so next. So when you open the book, so it'd be like this. And if I can get it back open. I wonder if I should have some kind of pull on here so it's easier to get open. So it'll open like this, and then it's going to pull out. This is still coming a little bit loose too, so I gotta just be careful there. That still fits, so that is good. I'm loving this. So I almost want to, I wonder if I could collage in. Put that clip back on because I do want that to glue. I do want that to stay stuck. So I have this piece left, but I'm wondering if I should just go with this one. Should have cut this one first. Let's trim this out a little bit. With my thing. So if anyone is on here, I didn't really tell anybody I was doing this today, and I think I'm going to do this. I think this sounds really fun, just having a mixed media Monday. Pop on for an hour or so and make something fun. I can't guarantee that like today I'm making this, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to come back and show you the rest of it. But what I really want from these Mixed Media Mondays is for you to get inspired to create something that you wouldn't normally create, but you might think it looks fun. And also just inspiring you to play, because that is how you learn. So like I said, I've made hundreds of different books. Each time I make something out of the ordinary, I just figure it out as I go. And that is part of exploring. And that helps you, take all the pressure off of yourself. Because, listen, this is just a tin, okay? I bought some cards in it. I've probably had it for 15 years. So it's been sitting around. If I ruin it, it isn't the end of the world. I can also always paint on it, put another paper on it, et cetera, et cetera. So just let yourself play and let yourself have fun. That is the moral of the story today and every Mixed Media Monday. So thanks for being here. Y'all are awesome. I'm going to cut this first. So I think learning, right? And see, you learn along the way. That's good too. I'm learning that if I cut this corner first, it's gonna fit in here better. Very rudimentary measuring. Let's cut this corner. Well, you little stinker. Try that again. I have to. Put it upside down so I can kind of see the entire line that I want to cut. So see, I'm kind of tossing these, but I have all these little bits now to continue throughout my book, which is really, really fun. So I can, you know, I can add this whole theme throughout the book if I want. That is part of repetition, which really helps to bring things together, right? It brings the harmony, it brings the balance. And those are all really good things when you are making art. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it fit in there. I'm going to do the glue. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get in the corners with this glue stick, so I'm really going to put it on the back of this paper along the edges. What's under here? I may as well throw some in here too, just for good measure. My fingers have glue on it. Everything is sticking. Going to grab my transfer stick now. Really make sure it's where I want it to be. Kind of coming in at a diagonal with this just to make sure that it sticks down, that it doesn't wrinkle. And that is so pretty. Are you seeing this? If you're here and you're commenting, I have no idea because I can't see the comments. So hopefully you are commenting. Hopefully you're here. Hopefully I've got some friends here. Again, this was an unplanned thing, but I really, really do just, you know, I love to make stuff. And if I give myself time to make stuff, I'm a better person. I'm 100% a better person. And so I think this Mixed Media Monday idea will be really fun because number one, I can let myself create. And number two, I can inspire you to be more playful, to take risks, to put products together that you normally wouldn't put together. And I can show you, you know, the exploration of that. And also too, like one of the things that I've learned so much is that if you don't play, you never learn. You don't advance as an artist. Like, and I know some of you won't even call yourself an artist, right? But if you let yourself play, you figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works together, what doesn't work together. And it's all around a good thing. You got to let yourself play and you got to let yourself make mistakes. And I really do think that's what this Mixed Media Monday is going to be all about. So this is kind of cool. You know, and I don't know if I'm keeping the cover the same or not. Hey, look at, someone is here. Someone is here and comment because I can see it. 49 nutmeg. I'm so grateful. You are the first person to comment. Thank you. So I am absolutely loving this. I don't know if I'll leave this the same, this bird. I don't know. And I don't have to make that decision right now. Right now, I'm just crafting the inside of the book, right? So it's actually really, really pretty. Let me put this camera down. Look at that paper, is absolutely gorgeous. I am just enamored with it. And I made it. I love how that happens. So the book is going to fit in here. You're going to be able to pull it out, and then it'll be on both sides. So what I kind of have to do now, and that's fine, I can stop now, but I need to get this to stay on. So I might even throw a little bit more glue on there, but I'm going to stick this clip on. See, and it's on both sides, and I want the paper to glue over this hinge. So I'm going to get another clip. I have the front and the back inside covers started. I don't know if they're going to stay this way or not. And again, maybe I'll work on this next Mixed Media Monday, and maybe I won't. But I do want to come here and inspire you to play, inspire you with maybe unconventional ideas where you can actually let yourself explore and go, I kind of want to make one of those. Let me check this out. It could be a disaster, and maybe it'll be amazing. And both things are good because you learn from both of those, right? So I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your week. Wednesday, the Your Limitless Life podcast will be here on YouTube. And I am wrapping up January with... I'm wrapping up. So January was all about fear in the podcast and in my free Facebook group, the Limitless Creators Hub, where I really, really help creative business owners. But it does, if you're not a creative business owner, it does apply to your life too. So, oh, by the way, look at this huge bruise on my hand. I don't even know how I did that. I vaguely remember smashing it on something and then not really, like it must have been like, ow, you know, and then a couple days later, I'm like, holy moly. That's a big bruise. So anyways, Your Limitless Life podcast will be Wednesday. I'm wrapping up January. Was all about fear, how to move past fear just in your art, in your life, in your business to create what you want to create. So that is Wednesday. And Friday, I have Art Journaling Fridays. I have this tutorial coming for you. It is called Joyful Heart. And I'm really excited about it because I love this. Love this. I love this. And what I would inspire you to do too is like really get to the point where you are saying that you're in love with the things that you make, because that's what it's all about. So thank you so much for being here on my very first Mixed Media Monday. Let's see how this turns out. I think it's going to be really fun. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you. If you pop on Wednesday, you will see the podcast, or Friday, you will see Art Journaling Friday, and have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for being here.